everybody. Hello and welcome to Tuesday Night Fistivities. KB here with you. Big show tonight. Calvin Kattar is going to be on with us. I know you guys are just getting notified that we're doing this. This is episode 19. Renato and I have spoken to so many cool people. Well, I have spoken to so many cool people. Renato has offended so many cool people. But for example, Jarzinho, Biggie Boy was on with us. Bobby Green was on with us. And we've had several champions. We've had Rose Namajunas. We have had Sergio Pettis. We have had Aljamain Sterling, who is going to be fighting Piotr Jan. That's a whole other thing we'll probably get into on the after party as well. We had Glover Teixeira on the show. We have also had on Dana popped in a couple of weeks ago as a surprise guest. We have had on Dan Hooker. We have had on, I said Rose Namajunas already. Okay, so who else did we, oh my God, we had Clay Guida on. We had Cub Swanson on. We've had Uriah Hall on. We had Angela Hill on. We had Lionheart Smith. We have had Eric Anders. Okay, because Renato is not here yet, but listen, Calvin Kattar is here. This guy, hey, what's up, Calvin? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm great. So listen, I'm so sorry that Renato is not here yet because he sent me a message and he said that he was having some difficulties with his stand, his lights or something like that. And so I'm just going to tell him that you are here because, you know what, we can get started without him. And Renato is on like Brazilian time usually anyway. So
yeah. I know it works. I train with plenty.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so listen, it is fight week for you, and I really appreciate the fact that you're even doing this because I know you're really, really busy. Have you been training tonight? Were you like trying to get your sweat on tonight?
Yeah, getting a little something in a little bit. Got one in earlier at the UFC PI. It was great. And, yeah, banged out a couple interviews today. Tomorrow is pretty much the media day. So, yeah, things are going well. Full, hydrated, feeling great.
Nice. Do you like doing the media stuff? Because you to me are good on camera, so I feel like it wouldn't necessarily be a stress for you. But do you enjoy it?
I always like talking to good people, but not all of them are as nice as you are. You know, so it's
thank you.
With each interviewer.
Yeah. No, I get it. And if I can defend the journalist for a second though, like we understand, I mean, you got to know, we got to ask certain questions and it sucks that you have to answer the same question everywhere. But like all of those journalists or have, you know, whatever editors or whatever, they're like, bro, you got to get the quote about the thing. And so it sucks for you, but that is why they all have to ask certain same questions.
No, I get it. Two things can be right.
No, you're right, dude. I wouldn't want to do what you do because I also think about it like whenever people have asked to interview me, I'm like, no, I don't enjoy it. I don't like it and whatever. But listen, it's obviously a massive, massive, massive fight for you. You are climbing the ladder. You are doing so great already, but you know, everybody's going to ask you about that Giga kick. What do you think of it? How dangerous of a weapon do you think it actually is?
How about that Kattar punch or that Kattar elbow? You know,
right?
There's more things we could talk about. He's definitely got the Giga kick. You know, we've been preparing for that. So I know that's definitely on the menu, what he's trying to serve. But, yeah, I'm not interested. You know, I'm going to try to work around that, land my shots. And he's calling for a first-round knockout. You know, we'll see how that works out for him.
I mean, the thing is about it when – you know, we hear about this times when people are specialists, right? When there's like one thing they're great at. And it's been that way. I mean, it was that way with, you know, Damian Maya or, you know, different people they're specialists at certain things. And at this point, he's kind of the specialist in that. Yep. So in a way, though, like you don't want to think about that thing the whole time, right? Like you don't want to think about, oh my God, I got to defend his thing. You got to constantly think about what you want to do instead, right?
Action's always faster than reaction. So yeah, we always got to stay on the offense and just keep him on the defense, you know, keep him worrying about what we're doing. That's the goal. And, you know, it's controlling that chaos on fight night and making it happen. not always the easiest thing to do, but that's why they pay us the big bucks.
Yeah. Well, when it's funny when you think of chaos. The other day I had a great conversation with Brandon Royval, who is also on your card. And he was talking about like the whole thing about when you put the pedal to the metal, when you pull back. Is that something like how hard of a thing is that for you to learn, right? Because I consider that a fight IQ thing. How hard of a thing has that been for you to learn over the course of your career so far, to know when to like just go full blast and when to actually be more tactical?
Yeah, it's tough. It's still learning. Every day I step in there, I try to learn off the wins. Every now and then you gotta at least take the learning lesson from a loss, or else we'll it. But we prefer to learn off wins, and it's just always adjusting, always adapting. That's really, I think, the biggest thing in the fight is being able to adapt, like you're saying, when to do what, and
right,
and then just making it happen, But we're fully prepared. That a lot of that comes down to just having a good team. I get specialists around me in every facet of the game, and trying to stay well-rounded every time we step in there.
So how much live sparring do you do? Because, a lot of people, and Renato is here, by the way, I'm going to welcome him in. A lot of people nowadays are kind of pulling back on the sparring. Hey, Renato.
Speaking of a specialist,
you are a specialist, for
I
sure.
came to help you, Calvin Kattar.
I appreciate it, man. This interview just got a whole lot better. No,
it did.
Exactly. Look at this one now.
Right.
Everybody's excited from this here.
Everybody's excited.
First of all, it's good to see you. You look Haitian as always. And you too,
Me
Karen.
or Calvin?
You too, Karyn Bryant. But I wanted to know how you pronounce the last name. Is it Kattar or Kattar?
Kattar. We say Kattar, but honestly, I hear it every which way. But Kattar, yeah.
Well, you guys say Kattar.
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 Yeah.
Oh, Calvin Kattar. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Well, of course, I have to apologize. I had some technical difficulties, and I had a fucking cricket also somewhere in the wall. And it's hiding near me going, and I have to bang the fucking wall. If anybody know how to get hit at this fucking Jiminy cricket in here, it's not cute. It's not cute like in Pinocchio. It drives you fucking crazy. Like the Chow Chow Harch.
Get a lizard. My daughter has a bearded dragon, and bearded dragons eat crickets. And not for nothing, Renato, you should remember when you lived in New York, I remember for a while, they were actually trying to incentivize people to get iguanas to eat the cockroaches. Okay,
but well, now a cockroach I don't mind because at least the cockroach don't say nothing.
Man, you want to hear a story? I don't want to bash the Fighter Hotel, right? But I wasn't fighting, and it is what it is, T. I got to say it, man. Last time I was here, I had a choice between two of the rooms in the hotel, the Fighter Hotel. And I don't know what they did prior, but, man, I picked the wrong room. I had 5 cockroaches in the room.
Oh, come on, my brother. I was going to the
bathroom late night, 1 a.m., just, about to hit the hay. And as I'm going to the bathroom, one falls on my head in the toilet. Live one. The other ones were dead, but I had one live one fall on me. Finished what I was doing and flushed the toilet, man. It was what it was. But that going to talk about some dirty, shit.
That was what city was that in?
Vegas. It's the Fighter Hotel. I know. I don't want to name names.
And that's a different cockroach. They have like Area 51 cockroach out there. Like they have radioactive. At least you know the ones in Hawkesbury. The cockroach in Hawkesbury. At least you know that ones.
Man. Yeah,
dude,
you gotta be careful.
Dude, I know. Like
that.
I don't. It's one of those things where you complain about it and you kind of feel like, bro, I get it. It's first world problems, but the hotels.
I don't know if cockroaches is first world problems.
I don't want to talk shit, man, but it is what it is.
That's sharpening you, like it keep you hungry, like a Sylvester Stallone.
We all stay humble for sure. We all stay humble.
Yeah, that way you don't get too big. You have because look what happened to Conor McGregor. You know, you take away the cockroach, and then he's making whiskey. He's smacking people in the face. He's doing all kind of stuff. You understand? Wearing tight clothes and stuff.
He posed. It's funny you say that, Renato, because I have to ask you, both of you, what do you think about the way Conor poses in his pictures? Because he always
poses. like that, like doing the back,
If
the
I'm honest, I
lachissimus.
kind of love it. I think it's great.
Look, he's who he is. It is what it is, Pohan.
There's two different stances that you could do. I learned this from the CIA when they need to switch, like when they get their caught or undercover and like they got looks. The American stance is when they like pose on like and they're kind of leaning on one leg, and the European stance is when they're to weight and they're kind of jocking out like that. And I didn't realize the Americans stand like that. I'm a little offended. I realized all the pictures kind of lazy, leaning on one leg, kind of. You wouldn't
because we're trying to look sexy and shit.
We do.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
you're trying to look smooth.
Yeah.
You're not trying to look like a buff. That's prison style. In prison,
right? And also, isn't it like
prison
if you think you're the badass?
Well, that's another one.
Right.
Squat, the prison squat.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I like that one.
The biggest badass just kind of leans back.
Mixtape dropping soon. Get the stance, squat stance.
Speaking of this kind of stuff, now I know you came from a humble beginnings. You came from a place that is famous for, you know, a lot of other places in New England is famous for like chowder and all that kind of stuff. But you, hometown, is famous for meth. They name it after that one.
It's not Methuen. It's not about meth.
No, not Methuen. Maybe Lawrence. I mean, maybe I don't know, or Cape Cod, but it's somewhere.
Oh, Cape Cod. Wait, they have a meth in Cape Cod.
You know what else we're known for? We're home to the Fluffernutter. You ever have a Fluffernutter? Peanut butter.
Yeah, they have like there's like marshmallow and peanut butter.
Yeah, it's out of Massachusetts.
And a little,
Also the chicken barb, chicken sliced out. It's what is it? Shredded chicken with mayonnaise, maybe a lettuce and a bun. That's also out of New England.
What you call that one?
Chicken barb, barbecue, chicken barbecue, chicken barb.
Okay, wait.
Chicken barb.
Yeah.
So Calvin, I went to school in Rhode Island, right? So, do you ever have a quag?
A quag? No, I heard of it. What the hell is that though? Quag? I have heard of that.
The clam, no?
Quags. I don't know if I even had it. I think they're like a clam.
Yeah, it's a big clam.
Thing.
A quag.
And they have them in like a roll, so it's kind of like a lobster roll, you know.
Okay.
For folks who don't know, I'm from Massachusetts.
Well, that's what they call the town in the Family Guy is called quahog or whatever.
Oh, is it?
That's what it mean. Quahog, but they just saying it quag. They just cutting it. You know what I'm saying? They just saying it fast.
Yeah.
But it's called a quahog.
Okay, I don't watch Family Guy, but I am from Massachusetts, and so that's where I was. I grew up there, you know, ever since I was 4 years old. So, but I went to school in Rhode Island, so they're like, the whole quahog, the whole like lobster roll, the whole. It's like that's good stuff, though.
Chuck
lobster
section. People are raving about it right now.
Yeah, the lobster roll. You know, so I know that you guys call New England Cartel, no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, was that in his sponsor? Because I know that Kenny Flohian used to have a crew called Cape Cod Cartel, and it was mostly him and some individual from Provincetown.
Really?
Yeah, because he cut his teeth out there. He used to do all his fight camp, Ken Flo, in Provincetown.
He cut his cheeks or his teeth?
That's true. Oh, well, that's a good point. But in Provincetown, now, you know, out here, they go to Big Bear, you know? But he went to Provincetown because in Big Bear, they only have one bear. In Provincetown, they got all kind of bear out there. You have the one, they have like too much steroid, big belly one. They have the salt and pepper one. All kind of that stuff. So, anyway.
You
Calvin,
go there a lot?
I'm so sorry.
No, well,
go there a lot?
Ken Flo. I heard Ken Flo he galed me with stories of Provincetown and the early days.
I haven't been. You tell me how it is. I haven't been.
Yeah, you got to go there. You're going to check the ferry today.
I'm so sorry, Calvin. But speaking of Boston, you know, how many of the sort of like touristy things have you ever done there, right? Like I was looking up just because it's funny to kind of be a tourist in your own town, right? So some of the things that they were talking about, like, have you walked the Freedom Trail? Have you ridden the duck boats? Have you, you know, like, have you ever been a tourist at home in Boston?
No, I try to think like that a little bit more, but every time I'm home, I kind of don't really get involved too much. I hit some of the spots. I'm saving the duck boat for when we win the title. You know, I got to win the title first to get on the boat. But
what's the duck boat? It just like a paddle boat in a river?
Now you could drive it on the road and drive it in the water and just show, you know, the title around town. but
okay.
we're working,
So it's like this thing when you see it driving down the street, like it's hilarious when you see it, and then like so it's a truck thing, right? So the wheels, but it's a boat, and then when they drive it into the water, and the wheels sort of recede right into the boat. And so then it just kind of goes out onto the Charles or something.
That's like a G.I. Joe, like the hovercraft.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to have that one.
So, right. So then you know, it'll like drive, you know, float around the Charles or whatever and be like, oh, here's, you know, the boathouse for Harvard. Here's
what, in Lake Charles?
Yeah, the Charles. I've actually never done it either, Calvin, but I know that, you know, like what the kind of stuff they do. And so, but I've been to like the head of the Charles Regatta and stuff like that. So like, I know those, so the boat, blah, 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 blah. But then it'll come out of the water and then like start driving down the street again. And I've never done it either.
Only time I've seen them is when the Patriots are riding on them, you know?
Right.
That's my favorite way to see them.
Okay. Did you ever go over to the Constitution where the Tea Party? So folks who don't know the whole thing about the revolution, like I grew up in Westford. Okay. So, you know, remember those old Schoolhouse Rock things like the shot heard round the world was the start of the revolution. That was in Concord. And that is like just like a couple towns over from me. But anyway, the whole thing with the Constitution, the Boston Tea Party boat. Did you ever go to that?
Maybe by accident, but not on purpose. No.
Yeah, nobody goes to the fucking tourist shit in the town they live in. That you feel like a sucker when you do that.
I know.
You
I
feel
only went on like school field trips.
Yeah.
You only do that with like people who's visiting from out of town. You go, okay, you gotta fucking deal with that bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
But we want to know the grimy stuffs, you know, like the stuff you see. I want to know the stuffs like my dad. He used to hang out with one of his best friends when I was growing up. He was like a guy who used to manage ladies of the evenings, and he was from Hawkesbury, and he was a light-skinned black guy that looked like a Superfly, very good-looking young man. But anyway, Hawkesbury back then was a very dangerous area, and I thought that was the only place like that had, you know, I didn't know. I thought the Hestabit was like Cheers, and then you have it Hawkesbury. And then as I get older, I start to see, oh, caralho, they got all kind of fucking stuff going out there. Like, you know, when you ever seen that movie Gone, Baby Gone?
Yeah, hell yeah. Classic.
Oh, caralho. They look like they pick people off I think they did pick some people off the street. Those guys look like they don't fuck a hound over there.
No, and I like the town too. It's a good one. They show you they go to the Fenway Park. That's
That's a hell of a movie.
Yeah.
And The Departed.
You know, I was talking to
The Departed is awesome.
I love that one. The Marky Mark.
River?
Huh?
Mystic River?
Yeah, but that one is full of a lot of shitty Boston accent. Even I can tell that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good movie though.
No, incredible movie, but not high on the list of like the greatest authentic Boston accent shit, you know? You know what I'm saying? And even I'm not from there, and I can't even tell. My ears go, doo, doo, doo. You know, when I hear some stuff, I go, oh, caray.
Wait, Calvin, your accent isn't wicked Boston-y.
Me?
Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. I get 50-50 sometimes. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, who am I to say, though, right?
No, I hear that shit.
Yeah?
I hear that one.
Fica calmo.
Well, God argue. We're talking about Boston, not my fucking.
It sounds normal to me.
Yeah, it sounds normal to you because you grew up around those fucking people.
Yeah.
But to other people, it sounds like he's from his south, not Southie, but he sounds like a mix of that ones. You know, like
Southie is like a whole nother Boston.
Yeah, that's his own stuff.
It's its own, and it's hard. You know, I know kids from Southie, and you think my accent's Boston, man. Theirs was on another level. Yeah.
Which one? Okay, so on the scale, we was talking about Boston movies because nowadays, ever since you got like, I think the movie that did it was Good Will Hunch.
So good.
That was the first one where they had heel Boston accents and stuff. So now they started having more of the heel one. Now when you go back and look at old Boston movies, you see how terrible it was getting away because nobody knew any better. Like only people from Boston would know, you know. True. Now we all know. But you ever seen a movie called Blown Away?
Blown away. I'm sure I have. Sounds.
It's like Jeff Bridges, and he's like he disarmed bombs, and then you have
Yes.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yep.
They're supposed to be people from Boston, and the accent is I can't even. I had to turn it off because of I couldn't even took it.
Authentic is always better.
You would have killed yourself if you heard this one. It's like, and Jeff Bridges is one of my favorite actor, but he just sound like Jeff Bridges, and then he go like, yeah, I'll have a beer or whatever, you know, and I was like, oh, no, come on.
Well, somebody just mentioned Boondock Saints too. That's when there was.
Yeah, but that's two guys doing it like two American guys doing like a Irish from Ireland accent. That don't got nothing to do with like Boston
set
stuff,
in Boston.
You know,
but
that would be like a movie about Harlem gangsters, and it's two guys from Nigeria, porra. You understand? That's not really the experience.
Is great. I mean, Calvin, I don't know if you agree. I think Good Will Hunting is great.
Classic, all time for sure.
Right.
I mean, tough to beat. Robin Williams too.
Oh yeah, what a fucking movie.
Yeah.
I love the Departure, but you can also tell there's some people that's taking liberty with that accent. You know, I mean, in the movie, there's only Mark Wahlberg have the accent, the correct one.
I'm a big Scorsese guy though, so.
Oh no, it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
No,
what's your favorite Scorsese film?
I mean, Goodfellas probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's hard to beat. My favorite is Raging Bull. That one.
That's a good one, Jacob.
Oh.
Felt like I might have looked like in my last fight.
Hey, it happened, my brother.
You didn't knock me down, Ray.
Yeah, you never got me down, Ray.
You never knocked me down.
You never got me down.
Yeah, no, Goodfellas is one of those where I have the movie, like I own it, but it's you know, if you're channel surfing, whatever, like you see it on whatever, like you just as soon as I see it, I'm like, well, here we go.
Yeah,
I could watch that 100,000 times, never get old to me. Yeah, I love all that stuff.
Up here on Fight Week, there's a lot of downtime, you know. Just kind of right now, I'm actually on Yellowstone. I'm not a big series guy; it's a big commitment. But Yellowstone, I got hooked, and yeah, a lot of downtime. So I've been watching a bunch. But after the fight, I just stopped doing whatever I was doing, you know, for downtime on fight weeks because I'm too busy doing other shit. But fight weeks, yeah, I try to get wrapped up in documentaries or you know every now.
There it is, the documentary.
No, but that's a Western. Yellowstone's a Western, right?
Yeah, I like. Yeah, Yellowstone's pretty much the way they describe it to me. It's like Sons of Anarchy, but in the West. You know what I mean? Kind of with horses instead of motorcycles. But
what is it? Yeah.
And the Alpinist. Someone's mentioned the Alpinist. That movie we've been talking about it all week. That movie's crazy. If you
The what?
The Alpinist. It's on Netflix. You ever see Free Solo? So
about the guy that was like a.
I know about it. I never saw that.
Yeah, you're right.
The Free Solo is the rock climber, and
right.
he doesn't use any strings, nothing like that, no attachments. But the Alpinist is the same, but he does it not on just rock. He does ice and snow.
Oh, the Alpinist. I thought you were saying the fucking Alchemist. I thought you were talking about that self-help book or whatever.
So did I. I was like the Paulo Coelho.
I'm like, what are you talking about, my brother? You watch it.
It's cool, but like
you sit at home with your buddies and watch the Alchemist.
Wow. Okay, so that kind of stuff is fascinating to me.
It's
like people it's fascinating.
People think what we do is crazy, but I mean, there's nothing.
Right.
Guy's doing and the views he's doing, and he's a purist. He doesn't even like the cameras coming with him because he doesn't feel like it's truly him going by himself out there with no attachments. And he'll just walk right up to the mountain and pick his route and go. He doesn't like go back down a different route. He'll just one time it right up.
So is he grumpy with the cameraman? Like he's like a Sean Penn? Like he's like, get the fuck away from me! I'm climbing over here.
Well, he did up and leave him. He did up and leave him. Like he went halfway through the documentary. He just went rogue and didn't answer, and he just plowed through a bunch of mountains, climbed up a bunch because I felt like he was probably saying they were slowing him down, and he didn't like the cameras around too much.
Yeah,
brings him back the other halfway through, and I don't really want to ruin it to the end. So you got to watch it, man. But
right,
let me guess, he fell to his fucking death. I mean,
how
else can
I'm not spoiling it for anybody in the comments, so you got to watch it. But it's crazy. Put it this
But
way.
listen, it's funny because as we say this, like I'm looking at one of my bookshelves, and I have Into Thin Air, which from John Krakauer, which was a great movie. I mean, a great book, which I read first before they made it into a movie. But it's funny to me because I actually hate being cold, but I'm fascinated by things like that, like mountain climbing and people who go to the Antarctic. And for some reason, I literally hate being cold because I'm half Jamaican. I think it's just in my DNA. But I can't help myself but to read things about Arctic expeditions and all this stuff. So Calvin, do you have like a thing that you are just like freakily into that like you can't explain why, but you're just like, dude, I can't help it, but I'll watch, you know, videos about guys fixing cars all day, or like
my coach manager, man, he watches people pop zits and shit. I don't even know how people look at that shit.
I can get into that. I don't know. I understand that. You know what? I tried to think about that. I think the satisfying thing is knowing that it's getting out of there. Like get that out of there.
Can't do it.
I understand. I don't think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that I can watch that. I don't think it's crazy you don't like it, but I can't say that I don't like it. There's something about it. It's like satisfying to see that nasty shit and it's finally out of there. Like, get it the fuck out.
I can't see it, man. But something I noticed that I watch, and especially more so around the fights, is just Food Network. It's like
that's torture.
Magnet, man.
Right. Why are you torturing yourself?
It's food porn. It's food
stay
porn.
away from that.
Yeah, I can't help it.
I want to stay the fuck away from anything like that. I don't want to think about food.
I can't, especially through the holidays. I'll get a hit list. If I don't write it down, then in my head it's a mental note, and I have to eat everything that I've craved all camp, and I'll hit every spot until I'm done. You know,
it's like revenge. You're taking revenge. You're like, okay, it's like that, huh? It's like that. Okay. Okay.
Speaking of which, Calvin, and I asked you about this on the air one time when you were at the desk with us. But when we were in Russia, I was on that trip to Moscow as well, which was so cool. And I want to ask you a lot of questions about that. But like, we are truly blessed, hashtag blessed, to get to travel the world with the UFC and do, I mean.
Yeah, but he got to cut weight.
Dude, but I know for him it was tough, but like to me, I got to just walk around and like walk to Red Square and stuff like.
It must be nice.
Like, it kind of blows my mind the coolest things we've done. But my point is that one of the times that I went over to Red Square, I went with your nutritionist and Heidi Dean, and I forget your nutritionist's name, but we were in a candy store, and she was buying a bunch of stuff for you for your reward, basically, afterwards. So how much of a sweet tooth do you have?
I mean, it's there, but right after the fight, I got to get me a post cutlet, you know, chicken parm. I'm a big chicken parm guy. But after that, then I was like, once I get that all in, and I'll get into the sweets. I'm pretty good at it once I get started. You know, it's tough to stop. But then I'll usually get to the point where I hate myself and I'm sick of it. I'll kind of get back. You know, but I almost reach that point every time, and I'm like, oh no, after this fight, it's gonna be different. I'm gonna eat healthy. You know?
No, you're not gonna.
No, you
hell fucking no.
Yeah.
Well, what's your ethnic background? Where Kattar come from?
It's Lebanese, but I'm 50 Italian, 25 Lebanese, 25 Irish.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love Lebanese food. Oh my God, it's so good.
So
Any
good.
of that kind of Middle Eastern / Mediterranean food is
all day.
I love that Brazilian food too, man. I can't go wrong. Especially you got the steaks with some rice and an egg on top, and all the good Brazilian food. Of course, the acai, but I love me some Brazilian food. I'm pretty simple with it, but Mediterranean, especially around the fight time, it's real healthy. Yeah, it's my favorite. And post fight is always the pasta.
Nice. I love coxinhas too, Renato.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking cheese bread. I don't eat it anymore. Look what. Oh, okay. She's back.
No. Go ahead. I'm after. Okay, I'll say it after.
I was saying I saw the Wheel of Death on Karyn.
Oh, you guys both look fine to me.
So I was saying, you mentioned popcorn in Brazil. I was done seeing a soccer game out there, or they call it football, right?
Right.
I was watching a game. We went outside, and my coach made me try some popcorn they have with bacon in it outside the stadium, and they serve it. Serve their popcorn with bacon. I didn't even know. I'm like, what? So I told the nutritionist, and she ended up chefing up some like fresh made bacon with some popcorn and a little honey and syrup. So it comes together. like candied bacon popcorn, and it's just out of this world. But I got it from Brazil. It was wild.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuffs out there.
Yeah, I love it. I love it out there.
A lot of women out there too. What kind of? Do you got a wifey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a wifey.
Yeah, but you hear how he said it. You go, I got a wifey, but kind of not when I'm in Brazil, kind of.
Well, I mean, in Brazil, it's like
continent. I'm going on the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brazil, man, it's crazy. Like, I see guys I'm with, they're checking out a girl, and then on the beach, and all of a sudden you realize she's probably like a grandmother, you know, but she's dressed in like a Brazilian bikini, but you wouldn't know the difference, you know?
Yeah, well, hey, they got some of that shit back in Boston. You might find a Puerto Rican chick that looked 20 years old. She's 20, but she had 5 great grandkids. Yeah.
Too cold, man. But I'll tell you what, it's a 3-month window where it's, they're breaking out hibernation. So you got 3 months back home in New England, you know?
Yeah, I remember that. I spent a lot of time when I first moved from Brazil. I live in New York City, you know, so you get a very small window when you can enjoy.
Yeah.
But when you go through that fucked up a whole time, you know, the winter and the darkness, and you start seeing the spring, you start seeing those sundresses and stuff, you know that you feel like you earned that shit, you know?
Yeah, man.
It tastes better. No, I mean, you do. You look like you haven't seen that for a long, you know, like you got out of prison.
Went through camp. Yeah, it's like seeing a nice chicken parm probably after a fight. You know?
It is like it's a chicken head parm.
Yeah.
Like the Karyn Bryant's a chicken head. You know all about that.
Crazy.
I am not a chicken head.
Yeah, you are.
Yo, KB, I'm sorry for this. All right, I didn't mean to take.
I'm sorry, Calvin.
You're a Parmesan.
I'm sorry. I invited you on for a respectable interview, and this is what happened.
Listen, we sprinkled some Parmesan on you. At least you have that going for you.
You can take the guy out of Brazil, but you can't take the Brazil out of the
Exactly.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Karyn Bryant.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I was telling him I was explaining to somebody about going to the Packy. Do you still say that?
The what is it? The Packy or the pot?
The Packy.
Packy. What the hell's the Packy?
Don't say it's the 7-Eleven.
They don't say that anymore?
No, I mean, maybe I'm out of tune myself. I'm getting pretty old now too myself. I mean,
dude, the Packy is the liquor store, the package store. Everything back home, back in the day, was the Packy, and everything was called the package store. And like they literally still some places. You know, I grew up in Westford. But like,
but why the package?
It was still like the Westford package store or whatever.
Why they call
and it was
package?
Like this whole thing, and like that's where all the liquor stores were called the Packy. We would all go to the Packy.
Funny.
I thought maybe you were saying it was like some shit because the guys at the liquor store was like Pakistani.
No, it's not the Simpsons. Dude, you're telling me they don't call it the Packy anymore?
I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they do. It's a little bit before me, or I don't know. Myself.
Maybe it's just because I was from a smaller town. Like, Methuen a much bigger. Westford was like, we had an apple blossom parade, and there was like, you know, like literally I knew the cops were like, when I got older and I was driving, you'd speeding through, you're like, what up, Billy? Don't, you know, like you knew everybody because there was like 3 cops.
Could be good and bad. Could be good and bad.
Exactly,
This guy in the comments said that in Fall River they call it the Packy.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So at least you got that going.
It's still the Packy. It's still the freaking Packy. Like that's what it is.
That's news to me. I'm learning something every day.
People are saying it's old school. All right. Well, now I don't. That sucks that it's old school.
Yeah, but some of the old school stuff is some of the most fun stuff to say. Like I still say all that old shit.
Dude,
that shit is out of sight.
Just fun to me. Like I will always call it that whenever I go home. It's like I'm going to the Packy.
I still say the word fresh.
Fresh. Yeah, I still say mad every now. Like, oh, that's
yeah. Why not?
Mad cool. And I'm like, damn, I gotta make that shit.
No, because it's like wearing like a vintage clothing. It's like a vintage. You can mix it with the new stuffs. You know, you can wear a vintage coat and then some new kicks.
That's right.
Or Wicked. Wicked's a big New England.
Well, that's from you guys.
Well, you saw. I mean, I'm sure you saw, Calvin, that on even just the ad for seeing you, I was like, wicked awesome guest, Calvin Kattar.
Yeah, I like it. I like the West Coast. They throw it the hella. I try and incorporate in that, you know, but it's just
that's old school West Coast.
I mix those too because I
Bay Area.
Because to me, every time I say it though, I think of like the No Doubt song with like Gwen Stefani, like "Hella Good" or whatever, And so I always think of that. But yeah, no, I said you were our wicked awesome guest.
Yeah. Some of the best things are old school. I agree with you there.
For sure. For sure. Hey, so listen, it's been like a full-on year, not to talk fight stuff, but it's been a full-on year for you since we last saw you. So what was the reason behind taking that much time off?
So initially it was just being cautious, listening to the team and the professionals. I'm always ready to go, but testing my patience and just trying to, sit back, be patient. But realistically, the best thing for me was just being a teammate to my boy Rob Font. He was out there, hunting down the division's top fighters and climbing the rank. It was great to see him go out and compete. So we just kind of go off and on, man. It's great to have a teammate also in the top 5 just chasing that belt with you. And so when
he's a tough customer.
Yeah, man,
it's awesome.
He was in here. He said something a little bit earlier.
He's awesome. I love some Rob Font.
I can't remember, and I got caught up because I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah. It was high when I first came, so I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah. But then I forgot to get back to Rob Font. I was gonna say invite him in here, but
no, dude, it's Rob Font. It's Rob Font is for me. It's Rob Font.
Rob Font.
And you don't even know, like when I'm at work, I'm on the air. It's so hard because I never really had a Boston accent. But when I say your name and like Rob and stuff like that, like there's a part of me that's like, it's Rob Font.
He's damn right.
Calvin Kattar.
Yeah, boy, man, and he's been.
I know Anik does it too, and so does Brendan. Like we can't help it.
Yeah.
No, he looked Puerto Rican. How he get a name like Fonch?
Yeah, he is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, well, I don't know any Puerto Rican with the last name Fonch.
Yeah, I gotta ask him about that.
Do he have like one of his
Well,
parents?
Is he part Portuguese? Because there's a lot of Portuguese there too. Because Fonchi, if you just added an E,
Rob.
It means
found. Oh, he's here.
He's around.
I just know that.
Around.
So to me, I thought maybe he had some Portuguese in him.
He might have.
All right, yeah, he's in the other room. He's in the other room. We're gonna get.
I think Fonch is like Fonzie in Portuguese. It's like the Fonch. Hey, he's go L.
I like it.
He's the Fonch. You're right.
My road dog. That's my road dog. Hey, T,
that dude is awesome.
He's 100% Puerto Rican, right, Rob? Yeah, he's 100% Puerto Rican.
He changed his name. He took off like the Fonchiguez or some shit, or like Font.
Oh, there he is. There he is, your Font.
How fun?
Hey, Rob Fonchiguez.
Yo.
Mira.
Good to see ya.
Oh, mira.
Mira, what's up, papi?
Mira.
Vaya, papa. Let me ask you.
Vaya conmigo.
My brother, how you got a last name like Fonch? I don't know no Puerto Ricans with a last name Fonch. You changed that one?
Bro, it's like maybe like 5 of us, man. We're Puerto Ricans. We're Puerto Ricans.
Oh, so you have it mixed somewhere?
Not mixed, but it's kind of Rican.
Okay. Somebody needed to change their name for some kind of shit when they came from San Juan, porra. I know what's going on. They say like, name it. Mira, papa, I gotta call myself Fonch now. Mira, I'm from Spain, papa. I'm from Spain now, papi.
Dirt, man, you're looking fresh, bro.
Well, you know how I do that once. I gotta stay fresh.
How many buttons you got going there? That's the thing. How many buttons you got on over there?
How many what?
Buttons on the shirt.
How many buttons?
If it was ladies, you have more on button, but I have maybe 2 or 3 for you guys.
All right.
I don't want you guys to get a track from that. You in camp.
Here. Team no buttons.
Yeah, you in fight camp. I don't want you guys to get a track. You haven't seen a women's.
He doesn't want you to get hungry and thirsty.
That's the only time I go no buttons is in fight camp. Post fight, man, I keep that shit buttoned up to the neck.
Yeah, there's no telling what you got. Your wolf pack over there. There's no women's in there.
Listen, not for nothing, Calvin. Not for nothing, Calvin. You are kind of on the hot list.
All right. I appreciate you, KB, throwing that heat. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right now, I was going to go get a haircut. I look like the wolf man. Tyson didn't let me go get a haircut before I left because he said 1 out of 5 people in Massachusetts right now have COVID. And he's about my barber. He's like, yeah, go ahead, go get your haircut. 1 out of 5 people in the barbershop are going to have COVID.
Yeah, no.
It ain't worth it. Don't fuck your money up.
Yeah.
Just keep the fucking beard, my brother.
He looks fresh. I think he looks fresh anyway.
Yeah, look
you
at
guys
how
both
punch.
look great. You both look great.
You guys look like Hall and Oates.
Yo.
They totally do.
Yeah, shit. Too funny, man. Yeah, so I don't know if I don't know. He seems Puerto Rican to me.
You know, I can tell he's a Puerto Rican. It was the name that I was check issue with. Yeah, Funch.
I don't know how the kid makes 35 though, man. Right now he's heavier than me.
I don't know how any of you guys do that shit. After a while,
You cut weight?
Back in the day,
Yeah, you're a 27-time jiu-jitsu champion.
Yeah.
Do you cut weight?
I used to look like a praying manch after I was done, and it never made me do better. I felt like shit. You know?
Yeah, man, it's tough. I wonder, you know, I don't got to reinvent the wheel right now. I feel like things are working out at 45. I like to reach, but, you know, we only have 55 in the back pocket because
Exactly.
I'm cutting a lot of weight to get here. But
and your chin is stronger when you're at your normal weight.
Yeah, the beard helps.
That's true.
I like to think.
Yeah.
But you know, you bring up a good point because, you know, before you guys, both of you got here, I was saying to everybody, what I really love about this fight with you and Giga is I can foresee multiple fights between the two of you, right? Like, it's cool. Like, you guys are both already so great, but I also feel very confident in knowing we're going to be watching you for several years from now.
That's not what he want to hear. He want to hear that he's going to wipe him out so bad he's never going to, they never.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
He don't want to hear. You know what? I could see you guys fighting 3 fucking times a trillion. Oh, he's like, fuck.
Yeah, this is great.
I want to wipe this guy out and move to the belt.
And listen, I even said, and I've got to be honest, you know, I've known Giga since before he got in the UFC. So this one, like, I just made the best man win.
Yep.
But my point is that even if you do blast him, he's going to want to try to avenge that, right? Even if it's maybe a few fights down the road. My point was just that you guys are both already awesome. And I don't even think you've peaked yet. So it's exciting to me to think that we get to see you guys for a while now.
For sure. I even think of people I already fought that, you know, I might run into again, but haven't had too many rematches. You know, hopefully I outpace them, and then, you know, on the way back up, hopefully they climb. You know, my goal is to get to the top, and anybody that already fought, work your way up. You know, that's like my, but we'll see how things play out. He's done what he had to do. Like I said, 7-0 in the UFC. He's doing something right, but I just think that, I just think he hasn't fought anybody like me yet in the UFC.
You know, you're one of those guys, I think, that, like, unless somebody have to fight you for, like, a number situation.
Yeah, nobody wants to.
It's like, it's not in their best interest. They're kind of like, ugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, I like it, man.
I know.
I know, like, but you're 100% right, Renato.
I know, but you're a pain in the ass for somebody, like, because even if they beat you, they know it's going to be like,
it's going to be a war, man. That's the goal, exactly.
God damn.
That's,
right.
That's got to make it hard on everybody. And but yeah, that's the goal, man. Every time, man, just put them through hell.
And not for nothing, I 100% think, and I know you didn't get those extra 2 rounds because of the change of location and timing or whatever, but you were really starting to put it on Zabit. And I gotta be honest with you, I think if you had those other 2 rounds, that would have been your fight.
Yeah, I should have got it done in 3. That's what we signed up for. But, you know, I tell you, man, I think back on that fight, and I had no damage at all. But it friggin' burned inside, just thinking like, man, you know, it's more aggravating thinking you could have done more. And in the Max fight, as much damage as I might have taken, it was like, man, he just fought really well. You know what I mean? Yeah. He fought great.
Wait, which one?
The
Holloway, his last fight.
Oh, yeah.
Fought real well. It's not, you know, and I was more beat up in that fight, but I took it better than almost with the Zabit one where I took no damage, and I kind of lost something that was razor thin in my eyes. So, you know, just really, Mickey Ward, we work with him out there. He's from Lowell, Mass. You know, he gave
you work with Mickey Ward?
Yeah, man, he gave me good advice.
That company used to be based in Lowell, Mass. So
no, he's the man. He gave me some good advice. He just said, you know, like, leave it all out there. You know what I mean? Wrote me a note one time, and I was just like, yeah, man. Might have been even after one of those fights. And just anytime you could just leave it all out there, you know, you could live with the result. So,
well, that's a fucking guy. He's not just talking out of his ass.
Yeah,
that's truly
Irish Mickey
in the dictionary of somebody who left it all out there. See fucking Mickey Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And it was great. He's given me a lot of great advice, and great to just learn from the greats, man. Previous, you know, the ones to come, especially from my area before me. But an honor to work with him. Yeah, so really just going out there, leaving it all out there, and whatever happens, happens. You know, it is what it is. But I'm excited to go out and just get another rep. Like I said, year layoff. I'm actually fighting on my good friend, my late friend Joel Gigaotti's birthday, so that's exciting too. Just yeah, and then the first fight back with fans, or at least my family to come support for a year. It's been like, this will be the fourth fight that I've had since the pandemic where they haven't been able to come. So I'm happy my family will be in attendance that night, and just got to go out and show out now.
Where's that one gonna be? Vegas?
Apex. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm working it too, so I'm totally psyched.
It's gonna be a smaller crowd, but a lot of the family and friends forked up the extra cash to get in the building that night. And
they're gonna be loud too in there.
Yeah.
Dude, for folks who don't know, that VIP package, and I know, like you just said, they got to fork over for it, but like, it's literally like, oh, there's Calvin fighting right here. Like, they're fighting in your living room. It's wild. So awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy.
So I do have to say, though, you know, the fight with Max, obviously that was the last one. And was there one like major takeaway you got from, because, you know, you always hear people go win or learn, right? So and I feel like now seeing you, I totally expect you to be leveled up, and you were already awesome. And I feel like, okay, that time with the former champion is going to be so good for you. Like, was there one major takeaway that you got from that fight?
There was a bunch of little takeaways, you know, and just feeling that level. You know, he fought a great fight, and I mean, just knowing I could just take, you know, from what I already knew, I was tough. Like I said, I got hard, this and that, but to go in there and feel the level with him, and just knowing that, I mean, maybe it didn't look like it at the point for the casual things. Maybe like I didn't belong in there, but I know I belong with these.
Oh, you did, of course.
I belong with all these guys, and I mean, like I said, I just experiencing the caliber of opponents, taking that with me to the next one, along with the nuances of the fight. I always feel like I'm stepping in there a better version of myself every time, but I like to ideally learn off wins when you can, you know. But
when you said that next level, like he's the next level, you know, to feel that level.
Yeah, I'd say like that top 5 feel. You know what I mean?
Now,
Max is great.
What is that feel for somebody that's been in there with him? Okay, and you know, like what could you say if you could put your finger on something that's different than, you know, someone in the top 5 versus guys you fought before? What was the difference?
I mean, there was a lot of, like I said, nuances and things that I took from the fight, things that he was doing that, like. You
mean tricks?
Yeah, little details, things that he did that were very smart, you know. But really, just the volume was great, and that, you know, just staying on the gas, that was huge too. You know, just little things like that. I mean, without kind of telling just all the little details, you know. I did pick up some stuff, a good amount of things that, you know, that we were somewhat aware of in the last fight, but it's different when you feel it and go out there, experience it, and I'm just gonna take all that into the next one with me, man. And it's funny because I just remember everybody counting him out with me, and maybe not so much of the specialists, whatever this, that. I just know like the common talk from the reporters, which is what I'm talking about, right? The journal. They're all like, Max is 0-3 in his last 3 fights, you know, talking about, do you think he's falling off? They all wanted to write that narrative. And I'm just like, man, you guys are crazy. You lost to maybe Dustin Poirier at the 55 for the interim title. Lost to the champ, Alex Volkanovski, you know, making his claim to be one of the greats in the division. And he's 3, and you guys are all ready to write him off. I go, you know, a big win here. Just you guys are all on his nuts again. And it's just that's how the narrative changed in here. Every kind of party throwing me to the wolves with Giga, you know, and it's just how funny they turn it. So what have you done for me lately?
You know what?
It's very much.
At the end of the day, too, sometimes you can't blame these guys because their job is to make a fucking story.
Yeah, I get it, but it doesn't still sit right. Like, I understand it, but I'm like, okay, talk the talk, but it's like, I'm ready to just walk the walk. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I do
recency bias is a 100% real thing, for sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
But if you're sitting there and you're like a reporter and you're thinking to yourself, you know, I got to make a story that someone's going to want to press on the thing, it's more dramatic than hey, both these guys have a good shot. Now this guy have, you know, like you want to put like, is this guy washed up? I think the new guy is gonna, you know, they're trying to be sensational.
I 100% understand it, but that doesn't mean it like sits right with me.
No, it shouldn't.
You know, for me, athlete, that should
of course
piss me off and like make me get after it. It's not a personal thing, but it
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's where I don't know, man. I think like I said, I feel like mentally just going in there with a chip on your shoulder and actually believing it, having, you know, just I think that the reason why I go in there and I well, you put everything on the line every time you step in there, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just always chasing that life on the win side, man. It's like just everything's better off a win. The water tastes better, you know. Like
the lobster.
That win side money taste feels good in the account, you know.
Yeah.
I'm in the ring. It's just I always just chase that life on the other side of a win, and I put everything I can into my camps, and just do what I can, focus on what I can control to get my hand raised, man. I think these other guys out there kind of just barking about, you know, next fight this, next fight that, talking about it, looking past people could be a big mistake, you know.
Well, I love it, and I did, you know, it's so, and again, I was saying before you guys even got here that I'm a full-on homer. Like, I'm a hometown girl. Like, you know, I'm from Boston. I love the whole thing. I'm a Pats fan. Been that way my whole life, you know, all of it. So I get it. I love your mentality and the whole idea of the New England cartel, you know. And it's funny because whenever we talk about it on the air, like we're like, Tyson Chaddier, you know, like it's one of those, like, he's got the perfect New England name, like Chaddier.
Yeah, man.
But to me, it's like, I love your passion and everything you just said. And I just love, like, you and Rob and Tyson, like, I love the idea that you guys are putting that part of the world on the fight map, because we really, I mean, like you said, Mickey Ward was there. We were there in like the boxing world before, but like the idea of it for being an MMA spot now, I love.
Yeah, we're working on that. I mean, we're hard at work. We keep that head down mentality. Just hard work and you know, just trusting the process, and eventually, you know, it'll pay off. Nothing. There's no secret, man. It's hard work. Hard work pays off. Keep your head down and go to work every day, man. And I'm proud to have you know, the New England circuit behind my back. It's growing. You're seeing more from New England getting their shot in the UFC, and the company I used to fight for, Combat Zone, I'm always repping it. We have a show in February, but I had fought for it 9 times before getting to the UFC. And you know, if it wasn't for Combat Zone, I wouldn't be in the UFC. It's the only promotion that was in New Hampshire, and giving my start. So just literally like promoting and fighting, and just trying to put New England MMA on the map as a promoter, as a fighter. You know, I live, breathe, and sleep this shit, man. You know, and I'm doing everything I can to just, you know, pave the way for New England MMA.
Do you got like some New England celebrities and stuff that you was fans of that now is fans of you, that you can't even believe that now?
Yeah, man.
Like Big Papi?
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Not Tom Brady yet, but you know, he's but yeah, a few of them, man. I've had the chance to bump into a few, and it's pretty wild, man. And not even just from New England, but all around. It's pretty wild how that works, you know.
What about Mac? What about Mac Wahlberg?
I'm working on Mark, man. It's municipal. I got to try to get me some swag and maybe see if he'll show some love. But no, there's a few New England guys, man. And
you got to get to Dwani first.
Dwani.
Yeah.
Get to Dwani, and then you get your Mark. It used to be the other way back in the 90s. Now it's split.
All right. Yeah, well, I would take your word for it, man. I gotta get an in over there, but I got a fight to win this Saturday. And then, like I said, everything's great off the win. So just chasing that life on the other side of a W on Saturday.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, Calvin, I know, you know, you got a lot to do. It is your fight week. We can let you go, but I'm so excited to work this one.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so good. Like, you're just so good. Like I said, like, I mean, you know, I know we always, but like, I'm just a big fan. I'm fangirling out.
She is. She was very excited. Like, you know, for like.
I was very excited.
You know, we had like some scheduling. We was trying to get you to come, and you know, and it was always like, you know, it was like getting on George Clooney or something like that. She's like, listen, Calvin wasn't able to, but he's gonna come next week. I promise. And I'm like, okay, Kattar, you like, okay,
but for all the ladies in the thing, they
she loved you.
Like,
you know what she was like? Yeah, look at this fucking guy. You know what it was like? You ever see Django Unchained?
Yeah.
You remember when when what's his name gets shot, DiCaprio gets shot, and then you know, his black helper, Samuel Jackson saw it. He go, Calvin. They go, Calvin. That's how she was, Calvin.
KB, nothing but love, KB. Nothing but love.
I know, but I'm just
It's a New England thing. Oh, it is what it is. It's a New England thing.
Yeah.
UFC is basically a New England company. You know, you got Dana, you got Rogan.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Forget about it.
They all lost their accents, though. You're the only one who kept it heel. They lost that one on purpose.
That's because they moved out. They got to bring them back.
You got to stay there. They got to stay in Hawkesbury, Dorchester, Cape Cod.
I love it. I love it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, yeah, listen, Calvin, thank you so much for joining us here. And listen, can't wait to see you make the walk and throw down. I know you and Giga are going to have just an awesome fight. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you both. Appreciate your time.
Okay, it's great to meet you finally. And tell Hub Fun, I said, bye, Papa. And that we're going to have a special episode with him one day. And some of
we
the
got to have
other,
Rob on. That'd be awesome.
Some of the other cartel.
I'm with it. Yes, sir. I'll talk about it.
Awesome,
okay, my brother.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Calvin.
Okay.
See ya. Bye.
Peace, my brother. Oh, that was fun. He was you know, oh, you like it, Calvin Kattar.
I do like Calvin Kattar.
Oh, God, are you? You're feeling
Listen,
what?
I'm not alone. Like when I posted stuff about him being on, there was all these girls that were like, everybody was like, everybody likes him. And even Angela the other day, so when I do the What Had Happened Was podcast, right, with Angela Hill, she was even joking about how her mom likes to pick fights. And she's like, oh, well, I'm for sure my mom would pick Calvin because she thinks he's hot. Like,
they like it, the hot ones.
Everybody likes Calvin.
So listen, I think it because he have like, he's a good looking kid, but he also have like, there's a little street smart, you know, there's a little huff.
Right. He's a little rough around the edges.
But a good guy. You know what I get that. I get it's like speaking of Goodwill Hunch, it's like Matt Damon character. He's from the street, but he's also, you know, he also kind of like
I loved him in that movie, if I'm honest.
Why you said?
I loved Matt Damon in that movie.
Right, don't blame you.
Well, and also, I mean, look at Notch. I'm not going to be like whatever, but you know, I went to Brown. Like, so I went to an
Ivy. Oh, you went to Brown. How many fucking times we got to bring that one up?
So the fact that he was at Harvard and all that, like it resonated. If I'm saying.
Wait, Calvin Kattar went to Harvard?
No. In this, well, actually, you're right. In the movie, it was MIT that he was working as a janitor. MIT. It was MIT. So my old roommate.
But Kattar went to DeVry. He didn't go to no fucking MIT.
No, but my old roommate. I went to school at Brown. My former roommate, Sangeeta, is now a professor.
Well, Sangeet.
She's Indian, and she's now a professor at MIT.
Hey, was she fine? I like Indian women.
Oh, she was fine.
Oh, hey, send me a picture of Sangeet.
Sangeeta.
I'm gonna get into those sand cheeks if she's not careful.
Okay, now this is really. If she ever sees it, she'll be horrified because
she won't be horrified. She'll be chilling.
She's like a genius scientist.
Well, I'm a genius too. What a coincidence! We're gonna have sex, and we're not gonna even think about the genius shit. We're just gonna enjoy life. Thank Geach. I'm gonna do it for her. I'm gonna do the Kama Sutra. You know when you see those old pictures and you see a guy, he's dressed like a king or whatever, and then he's got the woman sitting there and his joint is curved up into her like that, and it looked dignified. I like that one.
It looked dignified?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly. That's the sand cheeks.
Dignified?
Well, sand geeks.
Dignified?
Get sand cheeks on there. Sand yeeks. Oh God, I am gonna hit Sanskrit to that one.
Okay, so by the way, some people are saying no more family-friendly content. What do you mean no more? It never was. This is a totally not safe for work show.
No, we don't like it family here.
Yeah, no.
When you're here, you're not family.
I want to keep it that way because I do think that the world has gotten way too cancel culture-y, way too, whatever, politically correct. And though I do have to toe the line a lot at work, I want us to just have fun here.
Yeah, they said it's like, you know, they have a hated age movies. This is hated age. We're not trying to this ain't for kiddies, for the little kiddies. They should be in Betty Bye already with Vision of Sugar Plum. You know?
So speaking of which, Renato, I want to let the folks know because it's almost time to switch over to YouTube. So this was Tuesday Night Festivities, episode 19. You can find all other 18 episodes on my Instagram or on YouTube /Karyn Bryant, where Renato and I are about to go in a couple minutes.
Yes.
For the after party.
Yes. You guys know that, or you don't know that? How many people don't know that? You guys gonna join? If you wanna came to the after party, we're gonna talk about various hodgepodge of different shit. It's a potpourri of different stuffs, you know. And,
yes.
And because we don't have like the regular guests at that part, we're more inclined to maybe pay more attention to the shit you're saying in there and maybe answer a couple questions, stuff like that, you know, because we see that ones. But you know, when you guys is telling me, oh, Uncle Renato, I love you. Look at your skin tone. I want to go to bed with you. And you're asking me, what's your secret? All this kind of stuff. I hear that. I see that one. But sometimes I don't want to cut off Calvin Kattar. And I don't want to stop Karyn Bryant from drooling over the gas. She was drool all over the man's beard.
I wasn't drooling.
Yes, you was. You was like a kid in a Lebanese baklava shop baker here or whatever.
I just asked you what's not to like about Calvin is all I'm asking.
Calvin! You remember that part? You saw Django?
Yeah.
He loved him so much. He loved his white master. Hey. He go like that. Calvin!
So anyway, speaking of the after party, and look at this. My hair is getting better. It's finally growing. Go.
You know what? You thirst trapping the people. You're so full of shit. Look like that's like me going like this, like, oh God, how are you? Look at this stuff. Oh God, this gold these days, the price of gold.
Hey,
look at this tanning in my chest. God, are you?
Come to the after party.
Wow.
Wait,
let me see you, G. Wait, hold on. You know what? Let's just throw caution to the wind. Show me your cheese. Oh God,
So some people are saying I've been skipping rope extra hard because of Calvin. I just was skipping rope extra hard because I was on vacation. And
no, because of Calvin. You wanted Calvin.
It's because I ate. But I was gonna.
You wanted Calvin. You want him to be Calvin, and you play Hobbs.
I was just gonna say.
Oh, Calvin and Hob Funch.
Calvin and Hobbs.
How come nobody ever came up with that one? I'm a genius. You thought saying Geach was a fucking genius? She didn't come up with Calvin and Hob Funch.
Calvin and Hob Funch is brilliant, and I might use that on the air this weekend, and I will credit you. But I will credit you.
Would it kill you to credit me on the fucking?
I will credit you.
Okay.
But no, oh gosh, damn. Oh, so on the after party, folks, Max Griffin is going to come and stop by.
Oh yeah, Max Griffin.
Yes, so I want to let everybody know. Max is going to stop by. If you saw his post earlier, he was joking about the Drake scandal. And if you guys don't know what the Drake scandal is, you will have a couple minutes to look it up and then join us in a couple minutes because what we have to do here is just kind of wrap this up. I need to hit stop here and post this to Instagram. And then in like 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, we regroup over on my YouTube for the after party. You can find the link to the after party in my stories. You can find the link to the after party on the Festivities Instagram page. You can find the link to my YouTube page on my bio.
Yeah, and you can find a sausage. You can find a sausage link in my DMs, if you go there. But careful.
Hey, do girls send you pictures of their stuff?
Well, they've been known to send a couple, you know. Usually not. They don't lead with that one. But it have been known to went there a few times here and there.
Do they show you just like upper or
it have gone? Let's just say it hunt the gambit.
Really?
Yeah. Why not? We adult here. I've seen it. They seen it. They done it. They did it.
No, I'm just curious because I get we
all did it before, you know. No matter how prude anyone want to act. I mean, you got children. You know what I'm saying? They didn't.
No.
The store didn't brought that one.
I'm not asking you to. I'm not asking. I'm just, literally just asking. Like, I'm just curious the volume that you get. I bet I would imagine
None of your beeswax.
Get a lot.
You're not putting any ones in there. So what's it you got? Are you?
No, I'm saying I would imagine you would get a lot of offers.
No, you can't look. Yeah, I do. And no, you can't look at my sausage. That's a privilege information. Yeah, of course you don't want that one. Yeah, sure. Look at your mouth is water. You salivate from that one. Yeah, somebody said purple achi. But that's a whole nother story. Don't get me started on that.
Hey, by the way, thank you. Wait, let me see this. Arcadina 25 with my octagon earrings. Okay, so thank you for noticing. I didn't even
notice that. I noticed the earrings and I didn't even put that together.
So here's what's funny about these. I was at Nordstrom's like a month ago or whatever. And I was shopping and I saw these and I was like, wow, I love these earrings. And like, as soon as I saw them, I loved them and I wanted them. And then I looked at them a little further and I was like, oh my God, they're octagons. And like, at this point, it's literally in my DNA. And so of course
you gotta wear those on the air.
And I love them too.
Yeah, you gotta wear that. But next time, tell the story that one of your fan or some gentleman or Calvin Kattar bought those ones for you. Don't say you bought them at the Nordstrom.
I buy everything myself. Hey,
or the Nordstrom hack. That's where you bought it, Nordstrom hack.
Huh? I just signed a new contract with the UFC, Renato.
Yeah, you tell me that every fucking time, and every time you got a glass of vodka that's look like this fucking big with a metal straw in that one. You're drinking. You're gonna drink all your profits away, porra. Oh God, but that's okay.
Let's wrap it up.
Keep feeding you the alcohol so we can get you loose. We're gonna loosen you up.
You saw my pictures that I posted. You and Angela have been like beating me about releasing the cheeks.
Yeah, he leased that one like the Kraken. He leased that one. I'm like Zeus, I'm Neptune. That one that's he leased. You know in the movie. Yeah, and then I poke your cheeks, and then you release. Yeah.
Okay, tell you what. Let us wrap up here. Again, for those watching, we're about to head over to YouTube/Karyn Bryant. In just a couple of minutes, you can find the link directly to the after party in my stories. What?
Somebody said Karyn always want to talk about Brown.
The new Brown, the new contract.
God, we can always count on that Brown and the new contract. 20 years from now, you're gonna be talking about the fucking new contract.
Somebody said one time in the comments, they were like, why KB always name dropping? And it's because you give me grief about it.
I can't wait. I'm gonna get them believing any and everything I say about you. If I say it enough time, they're gonna believe that one.
I know. What else are you gonna say about me?
I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So let's get the show on the hold. So, let's go to the after party.
Yeah, okay. Let me wrap up here. Guys, we'll see you YouTube/Karyn Bryant in just about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? Peace out.
Ciao.
Thanks for joining us.